Real Frank.
Hello, welcome to Real Frank Movie Reviews. In this episode, we're going to take a look at the Netflix movie Don't Look Up. Two low-level astronomers must go on a giant media tour to warn mankind of an approaching comet that will destroy planet Earth. Oh my God, just like Armageddon. My special guest reviewer, back for the second time, is Michelle. Welcome back to the show, Michelle. How you doing?
Hello, I'm good.
All right. So Don't Look Up. The story was kind of, well, I don't want to give anything away. You tell me, what did you think of the story in this movie?
It was very full of satire.
Uh-huh.
Good story. Gives you a lot to think about.
Okay, so what parts of the story did you enjoy? We're going to talk here. You can talk spoilers. No big deal. We're family here.
So towards the end, I got a little bored in the beginning.
Uh-huh.
A little bit of
What part?
some of this is predictable.
What part got you bored, and what part did you say was predictable?
The whole presidency stuff, like all the political satire, they were really driving it home.
Mm-hmm.
I like the premise of the movie and where they were going with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's based about climate change and the fact that a lot of people have their head in the sand.
So that's
But,
what you thought the premise of the movie was most about was climate change?
Yes.
What made you think that was the thing they were poking fun at?
Well, all the references to the animals consistently and the fact that there's a meteor coming to destroy the world and there's nothing we can do about it. It's unstoppable. And they're going to turn around and mine the meteor to get more stuff for cell phones.
Right.
To make more billions
Uh-huh.
in the world. Yeah.
So you don't think this had anything to do with making fun of the virus situation? Like people, you don't think it was a combination?
A little. There is definitely like a parallel here of both, but you can look at it from both sides. So a lot of people are sticking their head in the sand about COVID. So
I think this was
right along with it.
You think it's just focuses more on the climate change and then a little of the political with the virus?
Yeah.
I think it's bigger than that. I think it had to do with social media, how people are so wrapped up in that and made fun of the media, made fun of the presidential ways of doing things. I think it was a big glob of satire combined into one movie, which is what I did enjoy about it.
Right. Yeah, especially with the main character, how he was this wholesome family man.
Yeah.
Scared to death of the media.
Uh-huh.
And then they got a hold of him. They media trained him.
Yeah.
And he turned into a totally different guy.
Kind of like Fauci?
Confident.
Like Fauci?
Wow.
That's all I could think about is like, oh, this is the Fauci guy in this movie. That's who he is.
I mean, Fauci's been around the presidencies for 30, 40 years. So
Yeah, I refer to him as
not comparable.
All I can think about when I see Fauci is Kevorkian. I just look at him and go, Dr. Kevorkian. That's all I can think of. Dr. Death. Doom and gloom. Dr. Death.
So back to the movie.
Yes.
I really liked it a lot. I'll watch it again.
Mm-hmm.
But I will admit, in the very beginning, you know how I have a hard time concentrating. I was getting bored.
Really?
But if you sit through it, it picks up in the middle.
You got bored? Really? What part did you find boring in the movie?
I was just disgusted because it was kind of what we're probably facing with the president all caring about what social media thinks, the public eye thinks, the cigarette smoking, the sex, the everything else that is making everybody ignore the real problems of the world.
That made you bored?
Frustrated, I guess. Like, is this going to go anywhere? All this satire, we're just calling it out, but we're not going to make any change.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm more curious of why they chose Michigan State University. Of all the universities on this planet, they chose Michigan State University. I personally want to know if there's some satire to that. But
I thought about it.
I don't know. I was just curious about that. What did you think about the way it was filmed? Like the way they presented the information to you, the way he moved the cameras around and everything. How do you think about the way that was?
It's kind of felt like a documentary.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't think there was anything spectacular about the camera angles, but I could see that they were trying to go that route.
You thought it was more... I didn't get that feel at all with the documentary. I mean, he wasn't talking like to the camera at all. None of the characters were.
All right, you put your opinion out there. I don't...
Oh, all right. So what... Was that the part you didn't like? The part of them building up the story? Because you said you got bored. You said you did like the certain things in here. So was that some of the things you did not like was what you discussed a minute ago? Or was there more to what you didn't like?
I just really feel they went the political route too hard.
Too hard?
Yeah.
It was harder than...
Making fun of 2020.
You thought it was harder than Saturday Night Live has done?
I don't watch Saturday Night Live.
I'm sure you've heard stuff, though.
No, not really.
Oh, okay. All right. What my most important question is, one, what do you think of Meryl Streep's ass? And two, do you really think that was her ass?
I didn't look at her ass. I can't believe you're asking me.
What are you talking about when they at the end when they landed on that new planet and she was walking and that was her ass?
I didn't look at her naked. I was honestly looking for the thing that was going to eat her because I remembered back in the middle of the movie when he told her how she was going to die.
But her ass was right in the middle of the screen. How did you miss the ass?
I just didn't pay attention to it. They were all naked.
They were all naked, but she's running towards the thing and her ass is right in the middle of the screen.
Probably wasn't hers.
You don't think so?
I don't know.
It was a bit of a sloppy ass, so I was thinking maybe it could have been her ass.
Maybe.
I don't know. All right. Wow. I can't believe you missed that part. I mean, the ass was right there in your face.
I was still concentrating on the capsule that they were in, and it names like what they were known for.
Oh, really? I didn't even see that part.
Oil company, gas company. Yeah. They're about to destroy another world.
Of course.
The billionaires that left the planet.
Sure. It's the inedible. What did you think of the character of that kind of Steve Jobs electronics guru?
Elon Musk.
Everybody
else.
Yeah, typed into one guy. What do you think of that character?
Interesting. But, I mean, I think he was perfect for that role. For what they were trying to say between the social media controlling everything that we do.
And they could predict everything about us, like when we were going to die, like you said, with the president. Mm-hmm. What do you think about Jonah Hill's character? I think it was Secretary of State. His character as her son. How do you think he did?
Poor guy was left behind.
He was left behind. Right, he did great. He was an asshole. He was a great character.
He did great.
What about Leo? Did you like Leo?
I did. I think I've liked other roles that Leo's done better, but he did good.
Seems he yelled quite a bit in this, I thought. Like when he was getting like serious or something, he yelled a lot of yelling.
Yeah.
I did like, though, like you discussed earlier, the evolution of his character, not being able to talk, and all of a sudden he's become charmed, a sexy astronomer guy that the media's fall in love with, and that talk show, and the fling with that anchor on that show. That was one of my favorite things too, is that making fun of the news, how how they want to be happy and go lucky and spin everything into not being that bad at all. But in reality, we know that's not the truth. They always want the doom and gloom because of the ratings. But there is some that like that happiness go lucky stuff.
Yeah, depending on what show, like the Today Show.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Jennifer Lawrence, how did you think she did?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked her character a lot.
Uh-huh.
She reminded me a little bit of me, panicked about everything.
Everything. Yes. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Maybe they follow you on Twitter or something and base the character off.
Maybe.
All right. Is there one character you did not like in this movie? Not so much the actor, but the character that you just despised.
No, I don't think so. How about you?
No, I mean, I can't think of anybody that I really hated. I laughed a lot in this. I thought there was a laugh out loud scenes for me. I found very humorous in there. Yeah, I did enjoy this movie.
I still want to know why the general charged for snacks.
That was great, wasn't it?
I think there's symbolism. Water, crackers, bread, they should all be free. Instead, he's charging for them.
I think he's just
a little bit of symbolism there.
He's just a military guy and he's just stealing shit from people.
That too, maybe.
Maybe that's what I think that was. Steal people's fear or something. I don't know. But that was pretty funny how he was just making people pay for the snacks that were free. Mm-hmm. All right, so what would you rate the story? 1 to 10, 10 being the best, 1 being the worst.
The story itself, like 7.5.
7.5? Yeah. Wow, I give the story also a 7.5. This is pretty shocking for me. Acting, what do you give the acting? What do you think of the performances by these actors?
It was really good. 8, 7.5, 8, right in there.
One or the other. What is it, 7.5?
Okay, 8.
8, okay. I give the acting an 8.6. I thought everyone did a great job acting in this. I felt everyone was quite believable. I thought it was really, really good acting. Cinematography, what did you think about the cinematography? The way the movie was shot, the camera angles, the scenes?
I mean, pretty good. I kind of felt like I was there, so it was good. There wasn't a ton of like special effects.
What?
Until the end.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't, in the beginning, there really wasn't that many.
Okay, all right. So cinematography, this is just camera stuff. This isn't the CGI stuff. What would you score the cinematography?
It was good. I'd say like a 6.
A 6? I love the cinematography in this movie. I give it an 8.8. I thought it was great. I even enjoyed how they did the credits, the intro for the movie with the credits and the way they shot those across the screen. That was very unique. I loved the way he filmed stuff and then would cut stuff off all of a sudden into a new scene. I thought that was great. And I loved some of the camera angles he had within this movie. Adam McKay, I think, was the director and writer of this. Fantastic. I found that very enjoyable. It was kind of original, different than the typical Hollywood stuff that is such a copycat movie industry that you see. But this, I felt, was very original and entertaining to me. I was caught up in some of the scenes, the way they were shot. Really liked it.
Did you notice like the glitchiness of some of the scenes?
Yes.
Do you think that was on purpose?
Yes, I do. That's
mimic social media or like...
I'm sure there's more of a meaning if I look into it, but I like that too. It caught me. Was it my TV? Is it the way it's being shot? Is there a reason why it's being shot? It made you think. I really thought that was creative. I really enjoyed that.
Especially that very last scene.
Yes, with the... Where
it glitched out with the guy drinking his coffee.
Yep, and where they're all eating that dinner. I think if the world was ending, that would be the way I want to go out, just eating dinner.
Yeah.
You know?
With your family.
Yeah, just eating dinner, shooting the shit like a normal meal. Boom, boom, you're dead. Hey, it's got to be a good meal, though. That's all I ask.
I mean, that scene made the movie for me.
Why did it make the movie for you?
It was just, there's nothing else you can do at that point.
Right.
So be with the people you can be with. The very last thing Leonardo said was, we really did have everything.
Yeah. Of course.
And we really do.
Yeah.
But
So that was that wrapped it up for you, that scene, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did you really think they were going to kill everybody off? Like, did you really think the comet was going to hit? Or did you think...
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
I didn't think it was going to hit.
Maybe because of Twitter. Because I had seen things before. But...
I didn't think it was going to hit. I thought something would happen.
I didn't think it was going to be like Armageddon.
But it was.
Bruce Willis go and break up with a comet or nothing. No, I didn't think that was going to happen.
All right. And then CGI. What did you think of the CGI?
It was good. I mean, like I said, I didn't feel like there was a ton of crazy scenes in the beginning, but in the end...
So what do you give it?
Yeah. Oh, I have to rate. I forgot. 7.
A 7. All right. I really like the CGI. I'm very picky about CGI. I give this one an 8.1. I thought it was very, very well done. Very well used in this movie. Even at the end when they land on new planet, it was kind of cartoonish to kind of show you this is how silly it's going to be. Mm-hmm. I really thought that was great. So overall, what do you give this movie?
Overall, I give it about an 8.
Overall, an 8.
You know, you watched it in a bigger screen than me.
Yes.
That's probably part of the reason.
Well, I'm a smarter guy. What do you want?
Yeah.
Ho! Overall, an 8. Okay. So you're going to watch it again?
I would.
All right.
Yeah, I want to pick up on more stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff. You almost have to watch it twice. For me, overall, I give it a 7.9. I can't believe we're that close.
I can't either.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked.
This doesn't happen in the Perna household.
It doesn't happen, but I still can't understand how you didn't see Meryl Streep's ass in that scene. It was in the middle of the screen.
I was looking for the animal that was going to kill her.
The animal was there, but the animal was on the side of the screen, but the ass was in the center of the screen. And it was a sloppy ass, so I don't know if it was her ass or not. And I got to know this. It's very important to me. All right.
Watch it again.
I'm going to have to watch it for that ass scene again. All right. Michelle gives it an 8.0. I give it a 7.9. That's a review for the Netflix movie Don't Look Up. Thanks for watching.